Yo, what's up guys, I'm Grandmaster Shaymin and welcome back to Flower Paradise, and today we have another episode of our Robotics Notes Elite playthrough. I hope you guys have been enjoying the series. If you guys have, make sure you guys hit that like button, and if you haven't gone back and watched all the other episodes, I highly recommend you do that before you start here. And if you guys have any suggestions for the series, leave it in the comment section down below. I know this is a visual novel, so there's only so much I can do to kind of add my own spin to it. I'm trying to, add some of my own, commentary into the game as well, but it is a visual novel, and it's a very, very good visual novel, in my opinion. I know that this one's a bit slow, and also, I actually checked some of the reviews on here, and one of the things that it did say was that the translation is really bad. And if you guys have been watching the series to this point, you'll know that there are quite a few very interestingly worded phrases in this game to this point. And, I personally think that, it's not super great, but the storyline itself I think is the most important part, as well as the characters. And I think we still have been able to get kind of the charm of those characters in the situation, despite the fact that the translation is a bit iffy. So I hope you guys have been enjoying. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. What do you guys think of the translation, and comparing this to maybe the anime, or what you know of the visual novel before its translation in English. And if you guys want me to play any of the other semicolon games, such as Chaos Child and Steins Gate, I'm not sure if Chaos Head is a visual novel that is available in English. I'm not sure. But if you guys do know, let me know in the comment section down below for me. Anyway, I believe this was the next day. I reluctantly get Akio to open the club room so that I can grab the honorary prez.
俺に聞かないでよ。とにかく持ってこいって言われたんだ。
Akio carries the honorary prez out of the club room. She stands it up on the lawn.
ハンガーまではカイが持ってってくれるかな。これ結構重くて。
それはいいけど、むき出しのまま持ってけって。東京に持ってった時はキャリーケースに入れてたじゃん。あれ使おうよ。
ケースに入れるには手足をばらさないとだから。カイが分解と組み立てをやってくれるなら別にいいけど。
はいはい。このまま持っていけばいいんでしょ。
Yeah, you don't want to put in the extra effort. For some reason, Akio seems happy as she walks ahead of me.
なんかいいことあったの？
じゃなくて、なんかカイがスバルの子分みたいで面白いんだもん。後輩の言うことを素直に聞いちゃうなんて可愛いね。
What about this situation? Is he even remotely?
好きで子分みたいな真似してるわけじゃないよ。
I'd bail on all of this immediately, but I lost an honorable match between men. I've got to keep my promise.
あえて言うなら、格ゲーマーのプライドかな。
かっこいいこと言っちゃって。負けは負けでしょ。
だからなんでそこでアキちゃんが嬉しそうなのさ。
For real though.
だってつまりうちだって勝ちさえすればカイに何でも言うこと聞かせられるわけで。たぎってきた。
たぎられてもね。アキちゃんって俺との対戦数はかなりこなしてるけど、前からずっとガチャプレイじゃん。進歩ないんだよね。せめてコンボぐらい覚えなきゃ。出ないと万に一つしか俺に勝てる可能性はないよ。
I'm undefeated against Akio.
ヘタっぴですいませんね。じゃあこういうのはどう？もうすぐ夏休みでしょ。そしたら朝も夜も関係なく勝負を挑むの。朝5時とかにカイの部屋に突撃して無理やり叩き起こしちゃうんだよ。寝起きでぼーっとしてるカイトならいい勝負になりそう。
That's a bold strategy, but it could actually theoretically work.
そういう奇襲みたいなことしても無駄だから。俺が付き合わなくちゃそもそも勝負は始まらない。
だったら3日ぐらい徹夜でカイに休ませる暇を与えずに勝負し続けるっていうのは？集中力絶対切れちゃうって。
俺だけじゃなくアキちゃんもね。それに俺
That's true.
眠くなったら寝るし。
Akio finally seems to realize that her plan was undercooked. She stops talking. Unfortunate. The abandoned hotel stands in front of the old airport. Frau Kojiro is the current owner and only inhabitant. I never really paid much attention to it, but I had the strange feeling since yesterday.
カイも気づいた？
何が？
監視カメラ。
For some reason, Akio lowers her voice as she points them out to
マ
me.
ジ？
うちも昨日気づいたの。正面に2台。あと、裏口に1台。
I mean, she did say she was gonna protect it because she has a super crazy cool computer.
入り口の自動ドアとかはね、壊れたままっぽいのに、監視カメラだけ新品ですごく変な感じ。それと、真新しいシールが貼ってあったよ。ゼコムって。
それってなんだっけ？
警備会社だよ。
はあ、なるほど。
Oh, a security company. Interesting. Geez, Frau, isn't this a bit
中
much?
に誰かいるのかな？
いるよ。コウジロフラウ、キルバラの作者。
え？
Oh, a message.
メール、受信。
Mr. Umisho, and are you interested in hunting cheaters? The fastest animal on Earth? That's a cheetah. What I'm talking about are those chews that use cheats on KB. Can you help me? If K, please contact. Considering the timing, I reflectively looked up at the corner on the 3rd floor. It kind of looks like the window just got shut. She was totally watching us. I go back to checking the contents of the
チ
message.
ーター狩りね。
To be honest, I hate cheaters so much that I'd gladly help hunt them down if it meant getting rid of them. Especially the KB leaderboards are totally rotten right now. This is just my speculation, and I have no concrete evidence. It's just a gut feeling I get during matches. The people ranked 3rd to 1st are all cheaters. If Frau is making moves to eliminate cheaters, I'd love nothing more than to help cleanse the
全
leaderboards.
一にも近づくだろうし。
Frau Kojiro is a weirdo, so I don't really want to be friends. I do, however, still have an interest in her as the creator of Kill Ballad. I think I'll think on it for a bit. I close my phone droid without replying.
ねえカイ、コウジロフラウさんってこの前飛行機に乗り合わせてた女の子のことでしょ？
See, Kojiro Frau-san. Yeah.
なんであんな廃墟に住んでるの？
俺に言われても知らないよ。
変人なのかな？
変人だね。
Yeah.
そうなんだ。
It's fair. It's true. When we reach the front of the hangar, Subaru is waiting, fully prepared. At his feet stands the hobby robot I fought in the grand finals,
待っ
M45.
た。
別に。それより、ここに来る途中で誰かに見られたりしませんでしたか？
なんで？
スバルってば映画の見過ぎなんじゃない？誰もあんたのことなんか気に留めたりしないって。
茶化さないでくれますか？こっちは真剣なんです。
そんなにプレイヤーですってバレたくないんだ。
いろいろ複雑な事情があるんですよ。
どんなスコールおごるから教えてよ。
部長のその無神経さは軽蔑に値しますね。他人のプライベートに何の迷いもなく踏み込んでこないでもらえますか？
I mean, maybe you should stop being a bitch and just tell your dad to go suck it. No, I'm just kidding. He's making sure his dad doesn't find out. The more people potentially find out, the more rumors spread of him being Pleiades, and the more rumors spread of him being Pleiades, the more likely his dad is to find out about it. I can totally understand, but at the same time, I mean, I just feel like it's such a weird thing for his dad to be upset about. You know how much money engineers make? Being into hobby robots, I don't feel like is a bad hobby. You know what I mean? There are way worse things. It's not like he's addicted to gaming and being a NEET or anything like that. He's actually doing something that incorporates science and math into a hobby that he enjoys doing. Like, to me, it just feels weird that his dad is against hobby robots. I feel like if in today's society, like, especially since this is around this time period and hobby robots have been big for a decade or so, like, I feel like there's no way that a parent would just be like, no, you can't be into engineering. How dare you engineer something? When engineers are like a really, really good job. And a stable one too, unless maybe you're going into aerospace engineering, then at least in the US, it's not a very stable job because of all the lack of funding, but I guess we're just not into space anymore. I don't know. That's like someone saying during the space race when the big space boom was there, like, you can't build toy rockets. You cannot build toy rockets. How dare you? Like in the mid 60s, you know, like, nobody's going to say that because it's actually a really good profession. That's why I'm weirded out about this character right now. I want to know more about why his dad is against the idea, to be fair. I don't know if we'll ever find out because I don't know if they said it in the anime. It's been years since I watched it, but Subaru's sharp words hit Akio right where it hurts. She looks as though she's about to faint in agony on the spot. I'll just leave her be.
名誉部長持ってきたけど。
I stand next to M45. The champion bot and second place bot from the Sears Robo 1, two heroes standing in a rural abandoned airport.
やっぱりそっちはでかいね。
I still can't believe they said that this thing's arms are thin. I know that's probably a translation error, but I just found it funny. I get a much better feel for its size outside of Robo 1.
でも見た目が美しくないよ。
Akio grumbles from her position lying on the ground. She's like a child throwing a tantrum.
どういうことです？
かっちょいい側をつけたらって話。むき出しでかわいそうなんだもん。
そんな無駄なものをつけるつもりはありません。
ああ、そうですか。
そんなことより部長、種子島新さんのプログラム見せてもらってもいいですか？
Akio pops
う
up.
ちらのプログラムを参考にしたいの？どうしよっかな。これはロボ部員が代々築き上げてきた汗と涙の結晶だしな。
I mean, to be fair, if she just said, nah, man, what is he gonna do?
まあでもスバルもロボ部員になったことだし、しょうがないから特別に見せてあげよう。部員になってよかったね。
She's puffing out her chest proudly for some reason, but this is nothing for you to brag about, Akio. Most of the current honorary prizes programming was written by Frau Kojiro in a single day based on the KB system. It's true. Subaru connects a cord from his phone droid to the honorary
スバル
press.
君ってさ、プログラムもわかる人？
ある程度は。ホビーロボを作る上ではプログラムも組めなきゃ話になりませんよ。
It's true. Subaru groans as he looks at his
こ
monitor.
のプログラムは何が何やらすごいことをやってるようには見えるけど、一目見たぐらいじゃ僕には理解できないな。
In other words, it's too advanced. If even Subaru groans while looking at it, Akio and I would probably get a headache if we tried.
このプログラムは誰が？まさか部長ですか？
まさか。
幸次郎フラウ。
は？誰です？
キルバラの作者。世間じゃフラウ幸次郎だと思われてた人。
Until the week before last, I didn't think twice about that name. I figured she was a man in her 20s or
本名
30s.
は古郡コナ。この前うちの学校に引っ越してきた。
あの東京から来た変な言葉遣いの女子がキルバラの作者。
For real, I know, right?
僕のクラスメイトですよ。
ああ、そうなんだ。
Ah.
転校初日に来て以来一度も登校してきてませんが。
いきなり休んでるの？病弱なのかな？
単なるサボりでしょう。見るからに人と接するのが苦手そうでしたし。
I mean, given that her track record of speaking, it's understandable.
引きこもっているんじゃないですか。
Shut in, man.
でもその引きこもり女がキルバラのプログラムもその名誉部長のプログラムも書いた。
I'm not shut in. I don't know what he's talking about. Like that. Shut in? Just because you don't do that? Shut in. What? Well, that shut in wrote a kill ballot program in the honorary president.
名誉部長のプログラムについてはたった
1日これを
Yeah.
そのおかげで種子島新さんにはキルバラと同じ操縦方法を採用することができたわけなのだよ。これが本番直前だったんだから部長のうちとしてはヒヤヒヤものだったけどね。
道理で側や設計はポンコツなのに中身だけ化け物なはずだ。謎がようやく解けましたよ。ロボ部の快進撃の秘密は部とは無関係な人間が組んでくれたプログラムのおかげだったと。
何それ。それじゃまるでうちや会が何にもしてないみたいじゃん。
部長は何かしたんですか？
したよ。そのプログラムを徹夜で実装したし、種子島新さんをオーバーホールしたのだってうちなんだから。
そうですか。
そうなんだよ。9年間も動かしてなかったものだから整備も大変だったわけよ。
このプログラム M45 に流用してもいいですか？
Akio looks puzzled for a moment, then grins.
パクるの？
そう言いたいのであればどうぞ。少なくとも僕にはキルバラのプログラムを組む技術はありませんから。しかし M45 にはヤシオ先輩がオペレーターをするにあたってどうしてもキルバラ操縦システムを組み込んでおきたいんです。
So that's why you had me bring Tanagashi Machine 3 here.
コウジロフラウならすぐそこに住んでるから行ってみれば。
すぐそことは？
駐車場の向かいの廃墟ホテル、あそこに住んでる。
そうなんですか。
Subaru thinks to himself for a moment, puts down his phone joint and runs
ちょっと
off.
行ってきます。
おやおや、アグレッシブなことで。
He's just gonna bang on the door. Fair enough. Can't really blame him. Oh, we're Subaru, okay. Let's see how this goes. Even at a jog, the abandoned hotel that Yashio-senpai spoke of takes less than 3 minutes to reach. Stationed at the entrance at the brand new surveillance cameras and an intercom, completely out of place on the building. I try pressing the intercom button. The ringing sound reverberates from the interior of the building. I guess the electricity is working. A reply comes quickly. A girl's voice. I can't believe she actually lives in this abandoned building. People always say that geniuses tend to be eccentric weirdos. Does she have strange taste or is she just an idiot? Judging by her words and actions on the day she transferred, she seems to be a gloomy person. I hold back a sigh of exasperation.
はじめまして。古郡コナさん。君と同じクラスの日高。
For some reason, she hangs up immediately. I try pressing the button again. Why won't she answer? Come on. No matter how many times I press the button, she won't answer. She already responded once, so she can't possibly pretend she isn't home.
本気で引きこもりだっていうのか。
At a loss, I click my tongue gently. Well, that worked really well. It only takes about 10 minutes for Subaru to come back. He basically pretends nothing happened. I'm guessing Frau Kojiro didn't want anything to do with him.
さて、ヤシオ先輩には M45 の性能と世界大会での使用について説明しておくべきですね。この前対戦したのである程度は分かっていると思いますが、彼はパワータイプのホビーロボです。
彼？
For a moment, I have no idea who he's talking about, but I guess he means the robot, huh? So he personifies them, huh?
機動性についてはバッサリ切り捨てました。パワー重視の戦い方を前提にした設計思想です。ロボ部の種子島新さんとは正反対のコンセプトですね。基本は間合いに入ってきた対戦相手へのつかみ、投げが必勝パターンとなります。
マッチプレイでしょ？俺あんまり好きじゃないんだよな。格ゲーじゃ嫌う人多いから。
ロボ1においても積極的に攻めなければ注意されます。
決勝戦の時もスバルは怒られてたよね。
注意です。
怒られすぎると警告になって1ポイント失っちゃうんだよ。だからカイも気をつけてね。
怒られたのではなくて注意ですから。それにあれは僕だけでなく双方にもっと動けという注意ですから。ルールも把握してないとはさすがは三流ロボ部の部長ですね。
何その嫌味な言い方。
僕は事実を言ったまでですよ。
まあ今のは無神経なアキちゃんが悪いね。ミスタープレアデスのプライドを傷つけちゃいけない。
プレアデスと言わないでください。
Yeah, I mean he hit his tongue, so I actually see like the translation on this one is actually just fine because he said me, don't call me Pleiades, but he clicked his tongue, so he fumbled on his words a little bit. So I actually don't mind that.
にゃ
Subaru's face turns bright red, and he sighs to try and recollect himself.
町戦法のデメリット、間合いの狭さについては対策済みです。パイルバンカー、この前の決勝で見せた腕の特殊機構です。
Those were a real pain in the
あれ
ass.
やっぱりパイルバンカーって呼び方だったんだね。J バビロンはロケットパンチって言ってたけど。
パイルバンカーです。
だよね。それ以外の言い方はないよね。
当然です。
What's with these two? They can actually agree on this one point? Is the name really that important?
そういえばあのパイルバンカーやたら間合いが広かった気がするんだよな。こいつの腕の長さとは見合わないくらい。気のせい？
いえ、錯覚ではないと思います。パイルバンカ射出時には腰を90度ひねってるんですよ。これによりおよそ5センチは間合いが伸びます。パイルバンカを装着したことによりミドルレンジでの攻撃が可能になりました。審判に怒られることもこれでなくなったわけです。ただこのパイルバンカは連発すると凄まじくバッテリーの消費が激しい。そこで M45 はワイヤレス電源を採用しています。
ワイヤレスって普通じゃないかな。ポケコンの充電だってワイヤレスマットでやってるんだし。
The charger for phone droid is a mat only a few millimeters thin. Simply placing a tablet on the mat charges it.
それは電磁誘導タイプと呼ばれるものですよ。
Subaru's tone is filled with contempt, like he's saying, why are you bringing up something so irrelevant?
ワイヤレスではありますが、マットにほとんど触れているくらいの距離に置いておかないと充電できないでしょ。M45 に採用しているものはそれとはタイプが違います。で、
Akio starts tilting her head mid-sentence. Of course, if Akio doesn't know what he's talking about, neither do I.
例えばトップレベルのオペラ歌手は自らの声を共鳴させてコップを割ったりすることもできる。そんな話を聞いたことはありませんか？
ありません。
同じく。
それ必殺技みたいなもの？
部長はアニメの見過ぎです。何が必殺技ですか？誰を殺すつもりか教えてください。
そんなムキにならなくてもいいでしょ。じゃあ教えてよ、どんな仕組みなのか。
共鳴だと言ってるじゃないですか。声も音も空気を振動させることによるエネルギーなんです。
The fact that they don't know what he's talking about here. Like, I'm not a scientist or anything, but I can even figure out what he's talking about here. Come on now. They've been doing robots and science and stuff. Like, come on. They should know by now. That is a lot of kanji that I don't know. But there's also some katakana words. We got, what is that? Wine glass. Yeah, wine glass. There you go. Wine glass. And then bika. A bika. I got that. But there's a lot of kanji that I don't understand. I really don't care about any of this. Can I play Kill Ballad
そしてあら
instead?
ゆる物体には固有振動数というものが存在します。物体に振動エネルギーを外から与えた場合、固有振動数が近ければ近いほどその物体も強く振動してしまう。それが共鳴、あるいは共振と呼ばれる現象です。
Here we go.
さっ
Science
きの
lesson.
例で言うなら物体がコップで 外からの振動エネルギーがオペラ歌手の声ですね。オペラ歌手はコップと全く同一の固有振動数を声により探り当てた。その
ほうほう。でもそれうちにもできそうなもんだけどな。
オペラ歌手と同じ声量を部長が出せると。
あ、そっか。声の大きさも重要なんだね。
声量が大きければ大きいほどエネルギーも強大になるんです。
でも M45 にはそんな音を出す装置は積んでなかったような。
オペラ歌手の話は単に共振のことを説明するための例です。
うん。
ワイヤレス電源は距離の離れた2つのコイルを共振装置として使うものです。送信側のコイルに電流を流すことで周囲の電場と磁場を共振させる。これにより受信側コイルにも電流が流れるという仕組みです。搭載している蒸気ット社製のワイヤレス電源なら送受信機が20メートル以上離れていても問題なく共振する性能があります。
See, what I don't understand, right, is like, I get why they're doing it. They want to show that there's real science behind this or whatever. You know, they do it all the time in like movies and stuff. Like if you've watched Ant-Man or any of the like the Marvel movies, they'll be like, oh well, this scientific thing shows why this is possible, even though it's actually not possible. But they're trying to use like weird scientific explanations. I mean, this is possible. I mean, we do have wireless charging stations that you don't have to, like, if I could put my phone right here and if there's a charging port right there, it'll still be able to charge it because it's emitting like electromagnetic waves or whatever. Like it's not completely far-fetched, but it's like one of those things where it's like, do you really need to go into that much science about it? Because I just don't feel like it's necessary. You could have just said, oh, it uses electromagnetic waves, especially since you've got the president of the Robots Club. How does she not know any of this? And yet she like, anyway, long story short, I think it's kind of a touch unnecessary, but you know.
へえ。
ワイヤレス電源を使うメリットは3つ。M45 にとって一番大きいのは、さっきも言ったように試合中の電池切れの心配がなくなること。電源オンの時は常時電流を送り続けるようになっていますからね。いついかなる時だろうと心置きなくパイルバンカーを連射できます。2つ目はメンテナンスのしやすさ。電池交換の必要がなくなるので地味に作業量が減って助かります。そして最後に熱暴走がなくなったことですね。電池と違って熱がこもらないんです。ホビーロボにおいては熱は意外と強敵ですから、ボディが歪むなんてことはザラで、それが故障や不具合の原因になることもよくありました。重量は普通のバッテリーより少し重いくらいなんですがね。そのデメリットを差し引いてでもワイヤレス電源の搭載は必須だったんですよ。
なんか宣伝されてるみたいだね。そのワイヤレス電源欲しくなっちゃったよ。でもお高いんでしょ？
ホビーロボ用ですからせいぜい数万円ですよ。
せいぜい数万？うちは毒に数千円払うのさえヒーヒー言ってるのに。
Akio closes in on Subaru. Her eyes look
そんな
bloodshot.
大金どこで手に入れたの？答えなさい、スバル！
ロボアンの優勝賞金ですが。
あ、そう。
And just like that, Akio is despondent.
賞金か。賞金ね。いいなあ、自由に使えて。
That's fair. I guess she still hasn't let go of that. Of course not. I mean, that's still a million yen that you can actually use. Not that it's got anything to do with me.
さて、難しい話は終わった？
Yeah, for real though. With things sounding about done, I make the conscious decision to cut in. Who cares about the mechanical details? For real,
さ
why
っさ
didn't you
と
cut
俺
in
に関係
earlier?
ある話をしてよ。いつまでもダラダラと話に付き合ってられない。
It's taking up my precious kill palette time.
世界大会ではこの M45 をヤシオ先輩に操縦してもらいます。
Actually, you know what? It's been a while since I looked at the tweetbo here. Pile bunker is so What? Alright, getting choked. So nothing really here that I can do. Interesting. Nothing there. you'll be operating the M45 at the
基本的な
Wilson,
軌道
obviously.
については変更するつもりはありません。なので戦い方はヤシオ先輩の方で M45 に合わせてもらうことになります。
DLC の追加機体って考えればいいわけでしょ。なんとかするよ。
ここで問題が一つ。ヤシオ先輩用の仕様として M45 にもキルバラの操縦システムを採用しようと思っていたんですが、まさか本物のキルバラの作者がプログラムを書いているとは思ってもみませんでした。おかしいと思ったんです。どう見てもチャランポランでいい加減なロボ部の2人にはキルバラに似たプログラムを組み込むなんてできるわけがないので。
カイ、後輩にバカにされてるよ。
アキちゃんもね。
ニャロウの刑に処するか。
From the corner of my eyes, I see Akio menacingly wiggling her fingers on both hands. I sigh.
さっきコウジロフラウに会いに行ったじゃん。なんて言ってた？
イルスを使われました。
I see. So he didn't even get to talk to her.
プログラムは彼女のものなわけですから、同意を得られない限り使うことはできません。
That is true.
協力してもらえなかった場合、キルバラ操縦システムは諦めるしかない。
おいおい、約束が違うんじゃない？俺はキルバラと同じ操作方法じゃなきゃ大会には出ないよ。
ヤシオ先輩はフルゴーリとは知り合いなんですか？
知り合いってほどじゃない。たまにネット上でチャットしたことがあるくらい。ダメ元でキルバラのソースをくれって頼んだら、なぜかホビーロボ用にアレンジしたプログラムを1日で作ってくれたのさ。
あの時は本当に助かったな。あ、そういえばうちその人にまだお礼言ってない。
別にしなくていいんじゃない？
ヤシオ先輩、フルゴーリを説得してもらえませんか？僕じゃ相手にされないので。
めんどくさいよ。
お願いします。それともまた勝負しますか？
Subaru is good enough that if we had 100 matches, I'd probably lose thrice. You could just say 3 times, but okay. In other words, given enough time, he's in a position where he could get me to do anything. I'm gonna really have to start setting some rules.
イルスを1回使われたぐらいでめげちゃいけないな。もう少しは努力しなよ。俺だって、俺の方も一応話は聞いてみるけどさ。
お願いします。
あのさ、もしプログラム使っちゃダメって言われたらどうするの？
俺は出ないよ。
じゃあロボ版には出ずにガンツクワン作りに専念を。
それはないけどね。
ヤシオ先輩が出られないなら僕が一人で出場するだけです。
でもガンツクワンのことを忘れないでくれないかな。早く取り掛からないと万博に間に合わないよ。
俺にパイロットをやらせるって話を却下するなら考えてあげてもいい。
I mean, that's really not that bad of a plan. I mean, you could always go in later and worry about that. But, or you can lie and be like, oh, I guess I'll forget about it. And then, you know, he'll help you build it. And then later, oh, I just remembered. To be fair, I don't think she would actually do that. But, I'm really interested in like the kind of like the extra worldly stuff. Like in Steins Gate, they have a lot of like really good plot points, and I feel like we've only really barely scratched the surface in Robotics notes on this kind of whole ideal. We've got like the animals randomly dying. We've got Idi's little really short bit that she had towards the beginning of the visual novel. We've got like some slight hints at what's going on, like extra worldly. We've got their fast forward and slow-mo stuff, but I feel like there's still so much that I haven't got to see yet from that actual storyline, and I'm wondering if they add more to it than we got in the anime, because I feel like in the anime they still left it kind of obscure as to like the whole question mark of what was going on in the world and stuff. And I feel like I really want to see more of that happen, but I hope you guys have enjoyed this episode. If you have, make sure you hit that like button. I would really appreciate those likes. It would be so awesome. And if you made it all the way to the end of the video, thank you so much. Even if you skipped some bits here and there, I don't blame you. Just please hit the like button and let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. I'd really appreciate it, and we'll see you all next time.